In this session, I'll be taking up the essential fatty acids. The objectives of this session are, at the end of the session, the learner shall be able to define what are essential fatty acids, what are the various aspects and functions of the essential fatty acids. What are essential fatty acids? Let us define. So, those fatty acids, so which cannot be synthesized, which cannot be synthesized, okay, by the body, by the cells, okay, those fatty acids which cannot be synthesized by the body and should be supplied in diet are called as essential fatty acids. Those fatty acids which cannot be synthesized by the body and should be supplied in diet are essential fatty acids. Chemically, they are called as polyunsaturated fatty acids. What does polyunsaturated fatty acids? What does polyunsaturated fatty acid means? It means it contains more than one double bond. More than one double bond. Let us talk about the general aspects. In fact, basically, the two are the essential fatty acids. The third one can be synthesized from one of the essential fatty acids. What are these? Okay, what are these? The first one is linoleic acid. Linoleic acid. The second one is linolenic acid. Linolenic acid. The third one is arachidonic acid. Okay, a 20 carbon fatty acid, arachidonic acid. Okay, now I will write the structure one by one. Okay. Now I have written the structure of linoleic acid, that is 18 carbon fatty acid having two double bonds. Okay, then you have seen the 18 carbon fatty acid. I have given the numbering. The double bond is between 9 and 10 and also 12 and 13. Okay, then linolenic acid, again 18 carbon. There are three double bonds are there. What are the sides of double bonds? 9, 10. Okay, then 12, 13, and then 15, 16. So these are basically essential fatty acids. From linolenic acid, arachidonic acid can be synthesized. Arachidonic acid, 20 carbon. Okay, 4 double bonds are present. That is between 5 and 6. Then there is so double bond is present between 8 and 9, okay, 11 and 12, okay, then 14 and 15, the double bonds are present like this. when you talk about essential fatty acids, as I said, linoleic acid, linolenic acid, they are essential. So arachidonic acid can be synthesized from the linolenic acid. Why these essential fatty acids cannot be synthesized in our body? Suppose if you take oleic acid, it is monounsaturated fatty acid. So having the double bond between 9 and 10. Can linoleic acid be synthesized from the oleic acid? No, because there are no enzymes which can incorporate between the double bond between existing double bond and omega carbon end. Okay, so that is the problem. These fatty acids cannot be synthesized. So this one linoleic acid is omega-6 fatty acid. You can see from omega carbon there are 6 carbons are there. That is the reason from the double bond. Okay, omega-6. Whereas linolenic acid is omega-3 group of the fatty acid. You can see 3 carbons are present. Again, arachidonic acid is omega-6 fatty acid. These essential fatty acids, they have crucial functions. These essential fatty acids, they are having the crucial functions. Let us now discuss about the functions. Let us now discuss about these functions of the essential fatty acids one by one. So the first one is synthesis of eicosanoids. Synthesis of eicosanoids. Okay, from the linoleic acid, linolenic acid, arachidonic acid can be synthesized. From the arachidonic acid, there is a synthesis of prostaglandins, prostacyclins, thromboxanes, and leukotrienes. These can be synthesized. The next one is the linolenic acid. From the linolenic acid, there is a synthesis of eicosa pentanoic acid. Pentanoic acid. It is containing 20 carbons and 5 double bonds. Also from linolenic acid, docosahexanoic acid can be synthesized. Docosahexanoic acid can be synthesized. Okay, it contains 22 carbons, 6 double bonds. It is also called as DHA. So DHA we can call it conditionally essential fatty acid. So conditionally essential fatty acid. Why it is known as conditionally essential fatty acid? See, it becomes essential. They become essential under developmental or disease conditions. So these fatty acids become essential. Okay, so that is the reason conditionally essential fatty acids. Okay, these fatty acids become essential. Okay, then the third one is maintenance of structural integrity. They maintain structural integrity. Integrity of what? They maintain the structural integrity of cell membrane. Okay, and also organelle membrane, including mitochondrial membrane. Membrane. They maintain the structural integrity of cell membrane and mitochondrial membrane. Okay, so when we talk about the arachidonic acid, it is an integral part of the cell membrane. Arachidonic acid is an integral part of the cell membrane. So almost 5 to 15% of fatty acids of phospholipids is arachidonic acid. Okay, the next one is the development of brain and the development of brain and retina. Development of brain and retina. They are very important. Okay, so especially when you talk about the DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, it is omega-3 fatty acid. It is present in high concentration. It is present in high concentration in retina, okay, cerebral cortex, okay, and testes and sperm. Okay, so they are very important fatty acids, these conditionally essential fatty acids. Okay, that is docosahexaenoic acid. Okay, the docosahexaenoic acid is required for, as I said, required for, okay, development of brain and retina in neonatal period. Okay, so it is very important essential fatty acid. Okay, then the next one is skin. The next one is skin protection. Skin protection. Skin protection, they are important. I will explain by mentioning a glycolipid, a sphingol alcohol. There is a fatty acid, of course. So there is a glucose or galactose. Okay, glycolipid, it contains, okay, the fatty acid, essential fatty acid. They bind to this fatty acid, essential fatty acid, they bind. Okay, so by binding this one, the skin is impermeable to the water. Skin is impermeable to water. Okay, that feature is developed. Okay, that is the reason. If there is a deficiency of essential fatty acids, so what happens? There is scaly dermatitis. Okay, then the next one is they are having the beneficial role, that is anti-atherogenic effect. Anti-atherogenic effect. Okay, let us see here. When you increase the polyunsaturated fatty acids intake, what happens? So there is esterification of cholesterol is increased. Esterification of cholesterol is increased. These fatty acids bind to free cholesterol, esterify the cholesterol. Then by esterifying, increased excretion of cholesterol. Okay, then by this way, serum cholesterol is decreased. Increasing serum cholesterol leads to atherogenesis process. Okay, what are the benefits? Of omega-3 fatty acid? In this case, linolenic acid, docosahexaenoic acid. So there is a decreased risk of, okay, cardiovascular diseases. Decreased risk of cardiovascular diseases. Then there is a decreased production of thromboxanes. By decreasing the production of thromboxanes, decrease platelet aggregation. So there will not be intravascular clotting. Okay. Then they have the role of they have the role also in the anti-inflammation. They are anti-inflammatory. Anti-inflammatory. Okay, why this so? Promote synthesis of less inflammatory okay, prostaglandins and leukotrienes. They are the inflammatory agents. Of course, they are inflammatory agents. But by having the omega-3 fatty acids, so there is a chances of production of less inflammatory prostaglandins and leukotrienes. Then, okay, leukotrienes. The next one is, as I said, they are anti-inflammatory. The next one is they decrease serum triacylglycerol. Decrease serum triacylglycerol. What are the sources of these essential fatty acids? Mostly vegetable oils. Of course, linolenic acid is rich in fish liver oil. Fish liver oil. Okay. Deficiency may develop due to lack of essential fatty acids in the diet. Okay, lack of supply of essential fatty acids in the diet. It is characterized by dermatitis and poor wound healing. We have discussed about the essential fatty acids. Let us summarize. Definition. How do we define fatty acids which cannot be synthesized by body and should be supplied in diet? They are also known as polyunsaturated fatty acids. Let us sum up the general aspects. Linoleic acid and linolenic acid, they are the strictly essential fatty acids. Both are 18 carbon. Linoleic acid contains two double bonds between 9 and 10, 12 and 13. Whereas linolenic acid contains three double bonds between 9 and 10, 12 and 13, and 15 and 16. Whereas arachidonic acid can be synthesized from linolenic acid. It contains 20 carbon, 4 double bonds between 5 and 6, 8 and 9, 11 and 12, 14 and 15. Okay, so essential fatty acids cannot be synthesized in human cells. What is the reason? There is no enzyme which can incorporate double bonds between the existing double bond and this methyl carbon in that region. That is the reason essential fatty acids are need to be supplied in the diet. Let us sum up the functions. The first one is synthesis of eicosanoids. From the linolenic acid, arachidonic acid can be synthesized. From the arachidonic acid, prostaglandins, prostacyclins, thromboxanes, leukotrienes can be synthesized. From the linolenic acid, there is a synthesis of eicosapentaenoic acid and docosahexaenoic acid. So this docosahexaenoic acid can be called as conditionally essential fatty acid in developmental and disease conditions. Third point is maintenance of structural integrity, maintenance of cell membrane integrity, maintenance of integrity of other subcellular organelles including mitochondrial membrane. Okay, mitochondria is important in oxidative phosphorylation process. Okay, then development of brain and retina. Docosahexaenoic acid is important in the development in neonates, especially brain and retina. Okay, then skin protection. Essential fatty acids are required in the skin. The presence of essential fatty acids make the skin impermeable to water so that there is no development of the dermatitis. Then anti-atherogenic effect. When there is an intake of polyunsaturated fatty acids in the diet, serum cholesterol is decreased. Then, so benefits of omega-3 fatty acids. So omega-3 fatty acids, they are very important. Okay, their presence in the diet decreases the cardiovascular risk and decrease the production of thromboxanes, so the platelet aggregation is decreased, so intravascular clotting will not be there. They have the anti-inflammatory role. How? The presence of omega-3 fatty acids leads to the production of less inflammatory prostaglandins and leukotrienes. sources of essential fatty acids, vegetable oils, whereas linolenic acid is present in the fish liver oil. Next, we sum up the EFA deficiency. Okay, most of the findings are based on the experimental studies. Okay, generally the findings which are observed in the humans is development of the dermatitis and also poor wound healing. Okay, these are various aspects related to essential fatty acids. Okay, thank you very much.